Right, so we're going to recoil and rewick the Biden. I want to express that they're not designed to rebuild. So what you're doing now is you're hacking, and that's fine, it works. There's low resistance protection, so it shouldn't go wrong for you. But if you follow what I said in the video, you should be perfectly fine. Just remember, the negative terminal is through the centre to the gold pin, and the positive terminal is outside on the silver rim. It does work. When you're priming your coils, don't do it inside the pod because it will melt the outer circle, what holds the pod together and stops it from leaking. Make sure your coils are nice and centre, not too close to the metal, not too high, and definitely not too low. If it's too low, your wick's going to go up and down, and you don't want that. You just want it to drop out nicely. Good luck, guys. I hope this helps. What can I say? Enjoy. And don't forget, guys, stay cloudy. Right, guys, I'm going to rewick the 1.2 coil. I need to stress to you that the pods aren't designed for being rewicked, so it's not straightforward and probably not very safe. However, the pod does handle low ohms, so it shouldn't be too unsafe, it shouldn't blow up on you, yada yada. First thing we need to do is get the base of the pod out. A lot of people have said that it's not possible without breaking it, however it is. If you get your screwdriver down the edge, see what a lot of people have done to get in is going from the side. If you can see, I'm not going in from the side. Where the notches are, there's a little notch in the top. Going from the bottom, and you can remove the coils. Discard the top cap for a second because you don't need it. As you can see, you've got two coils here. You've got one on this side, one on that side. And they connect like most sub-ohm coils do. They connect into the bottom of the terminals. So the next thing we need to do is remove a gold pin. Then remove a rubber. Make sure you do not lose either of them pieces. And then remove a gold pin. Okay, remove that. As you can see, here are the coils, bottom of the coils. They were held in place by the rubber row and the outer terminal piece. Turn it over, and now your coils should quite easily just slip out. We're going to give a better quick drying, just to make it easier to work with. Oh, you probably should anyway. You probably can't see it on my camera because it's not very good quality. You've got 4 holes. You've got one up here in this corner, and you've got one here, you got one here, and you got one here. This is where the coils go in. So the one at this side goes in that way, the one at the top goes in that way. Right, so I've rebuilt the coils and put them on my Wismec with a drop tank to test them. They're in at 1.2 ohms, so I've got it perfectly right to the tank. I've used 28 gauge coil, and I've used 5 wraps or 6 if you look from the top. Like I say, it's quite bang on. So now that they're all ready, I'm going to take them off, put them back in the pod, or put them in the pod. Let's see how we get on. Don't forget, guys, a few warnings here. You can't burn the coils in the actual pod because it melts the surround and then it won't fit properly. So make sure if you're priming your coils or anything, do it off, do it elsewhere, do the testing elsewhere, because you can't do it on the system. I should also mention that I've used these at 15mm diameter or 15mm jigs. Right, so as I said a minute ago, you want the first coil through the hole in the middle, which is quite hard to see. It is a little bit like threading a needle. It feels very small, but they're supposed to be. So this coil here is going at this side in the middle and in the back left corner. The next coil in the back, which that's in, no it's not. So again, side centre. Then the back as well. Now my coils are even. For good experience you want your coils even, but as you can see they are now in. Right, once you've got the coils in and you're happy with them, the first thing you need to do is put the oil back on. You can put that back on before you put the coils in. Next you need to bend the coil legs in to make the next part easier. Whenever you're messing with the coil legs, you don't want to skew the coils. Bang the top cap on, making sure all 4 legs go in, like so. Now I need to re-separate those coil legs. Yeah, again we are skewing them. It's quite important that you make sure you've got one of each coil. So as we look here, this coil's going that way and we've got the legs that way. The next thing you need is you need 2 legs through this rubber row and clamp the rubber row down. Making sure 2 legs stay at one side, the other 2 legs stay at the other side. This is quite important because this is where your terminals sit. This is your terminal. So if you don't get this bit right, your atomizer won't work and it'll short circuit. Once you got that done, pull your other legs to the other side and then bang your centre pin back in. Bang, done. The next thing to do is make sure his coils are alright still. You want them in line with the bottom of the hole. You can see that. Well, I don't think you'll see what I mean. If it's any lower, you won't be able to wick it properly. It can be a slight bit higher. And that's both of mine done. It can be a slight bit higher. What you do want is them to be as more centre as possible. It is extremely fiddly. The next part is you need to put some cotton in. Just like anything else, because they're really small, you need to get a really small piece of cotton. And I mean like ultra small. When you manage to get the cotton in, get a quick trim. And next, we need to bang the cap back on. Perfect, now let's get it going. There you go guys, if you need it proof, there it is. The Biden pod is rebuildable. Thanks for watching guys, stay cloudy.